Okay, so Dre Demon, would you like to just introduce yourself?
My name is Dre Demon, real name Andre Demon. I'm a Logan artist. I do a lot of alternative, like I guess rap, punk metal type stuff. Building some buzz in the Brisbane scene. We out there.
Yeah? Okay, nice. Alright, so how did you end up starting out and with music?
So I started out making punk music. I think I was probably about like 12 or 13 playing bass guitar, and then from there, it kind of evolved into me like checking out stuff like Lil Peep. I'd always been interested in rap music and alternative punk music, but like never kind of did it separately. But then I heard like stuff like Lil Peep and all the alternative rap, and I was like, oh wait, like there's so much different stuff you can do with the genre, and then like it just got me to experiment and do all the weird stuff I make now.
Yeah, okay, nice. So what would you say are some of your like influences? I know you listed Little Peep, are there any other ones?
Lil Peep, Nirvana, Dead Kennedys, Slayer, Thelonious Monk, obviously the boy MF Doom, much love. Obviously we got a lot of alternative rap artists. There are so many like underground artists I take influence from, like Cemetery, Ghost Main, City Morgue, Lil Darky, Suicide Boys. Like, I take influence from so many places, which is what's kind of made my amalgamation.
Yeah. Okay, nice. So do you have any music you'd like to talk about? Any songs, like meanings? Or?
Oh, well, I've actually got an EP coming up on the way. It has been delayed a little bit, my own fault. Originally it was going to come out in about February. We're pushing back. We've got 2 features left, and then we're going to push out the Project Demon Tape Part 6, which is, as it sounds, the 6th installment in a part-time project I've been doing. And then after this, we're going to put it out into a group CD, just get some cool stuff on the way for the fans.
Okay, nice.
And then, I've got some really cool stuff on there. I've got a track with Pri and Trauma of the Brisbane Misfits group. We've got a song with Edison from Lil Darky's Spider Gang, and a couple other really hype tracks. And then, because of the delay, like I said, partly on my part, I'm also going to be putting out like a little pre-EP, just to kind of satisfy the fans and say, my bad for fucking up on that one.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. So you have a group called Demon Click,
That's
I believe?
correct. Yes, Demon Click. Shirts available now. More shirts on the way. We out here. It's been amazing. Obviously, me and Demon Click just did our first show with Militia, which is another Brisbane collective. The organized scene was a little bit rocky, but the actual night was great. Everyone who came up got lit and was crazy. So I don't think I could really ask for any more.
Okay.
We had a rad mosh pit. There was so much good energy. Really good time. And obviously, at the moment, Demon Click's on a little bit of I want to say a hiatus at the moment, just while we go back, recoup, figure out how else we can go in and attack the scene.
Okay, nice. So what are your thoughts or like comments about, I guess, the rap / hip hop scene in Brisbane? That's a lot different, I guess, the alternative rock scene, I suppose.
For sure. Obviously, I've got some divisive opinions about the Brisbane Australian scene in total. I think there is a lot of spotlight on particular genres that I've disclosed my opinion on. But obviously there's so much cool stuff coming out and so many really unique artists, especially in Brisbane, that I feel like are really this close to blowing up and really doing something like really cool. So I'm feeling positive about like the underground Brisbane and Australian scene as a whole. I don't think we're getting a whole lot of attention to it, but like I think our time is really soon.
Yeah,
for sure.
Nice. Yeah. So just final question, do you have any final comments
Final
or
remarks,
things you want to plug, I guess?
For sure. Some life lessons from Dre Demon. I guess, I really do appreciate everyone. Like, this music shit's been crazy, and where I've gone so far has been like insane. I appreciate everyone's support. Obviously more experimental music on the way, more crazy shit, more mosh pits. Like I said, much love to everyone, and more cool shit on the way soon.
Yeah. Okay, nice.